Okay, quick hello to all the external students for planning. You would have, or hopefully you would have by now seen the recording I made a couple of days ago on Wednesday. No, it's yesterday. Yeah, the recording I made yesterday in regards to development plans. And that flows on then into doing this project task 2 for project 1, which is what the internal students did in the last session, which wasn't recorded in that video because it was a workshop session. So here's just a quick video to help you out, provide a little bit of additional instruction to that. So let's open that one up. Okay. So what we're asked to do, ask you to undertake, analyse and summarising client brief. So have a look at the procedure document for project 1, and right up at the top of that there is the client brief, and it is a very brief I must say, but go in there and look for the essential elements. So some of those essential elements are that they want to increase the size of the deck on the side of the building, they want to remove the front fence, they want to employ passive principles so that's things such as solar access and cross-flow ventilation. So think about and views. So have a look at that site on Google Earth or SA Map Viewer, one of your satellite viewing programs, and think about the location. Imagine that property as a vacant property for developing as per the procedure document. So analyse that client brief and think about what they want and how that should be achieved. Do a quick Google search, address for possible floor plans, information available. I'll let you know right now. There is some stuff up there about that property. Assume it the house that's there at the moment to be demolished, and so we're dealing with a vacant land, a parcel of vacant land with a fence on the front. Google Map search for existing structures, vegetation, site entry, slope of block, direction of north, etc. That's all fairly straightforward. This bit here, Lands Titles Office, search for ownership information. So Lands Titles Office, that is accessed via SAILIS, SAILIS, so South Australian Information, SAILIS. Anyhow, that's the portal to the Lands Titles Office. That's where you can get the ownership information. So that ownership information is supplied when you purchase a certificate of title. Now, I don't expect you to purchase a certificate of title. Please just go onto SAILIS to find out where you would do so and take a screenshot of that to show me that you've been there, and include that in this document that you're formulating for this task. But the meat of the assignment is this one here. So development plan, summarisation of general council information relevant to site, including sustainability requirements, and then summarisation of site relevant aspects of zone information, copy of maps relevant to site, such as fire zones, etc. So fire zones, you're going to get that one from SA Map Viewer. The rest you're going to get directly from the development plan, and that you can access either via the relevant council website or by Planning SA website, as shown in my previous video. So you'll access the development plan, and as explained in my previous video, you've got your overriding or your council-wide objectives, and then you've got your objectives specific to the zone. So first of all, you have to determine what zone that property is in, which you would have done in task 1. And then I think the best way to go about this is to bring up that development plan and then go through the council-wide objectives, cutting out and taking snips of the aspects that are directly relevant to the development that we're doing on that property. So go through, take those snips, then have a look at the specific zone and see if anything contradicts between those two. If anything in those council-wide objectives are superseded by the objectives of the zone. and if they are, remove those bits from where you're snipping and placing them, and supersede those with the aspects relative to the zone that we're in, because the aspects, the aspects relative to the zone that we're in override those council-wide objectives. So then, and then once you've done that, that will give you a really good summary of exactly what's required by the council for in that area, and you can look at that in conjunction with the client brief. So reread client brief and ensure that all aspects meet compliance, which they may not. So consider any aspects that may not. Record these aspects and options that may be offered to the client at the client consultation. So those client consultations, that's what I've been emailing you about, is that we have to carry out some consultations via Skype. So this process will help you prepare really well for that client consultation. So you'll know exactly what the council are after, and what you're going to have some possible discussions with the client about, or the council about, the areas that will need to be negotiated. And then further on from that, identify the class of the building via the NCC. So go onto the National Construction Code, which is accessed via the ABCB site, create a login, and then under NCC Suite, you have access to Volume 2. Have a look at Volume 2 and determine what class of building this is. So I think that was all fairly well explained in the first lecture in the week just been. So Monday's lecture, the first video, or the second video you would have seen after the introductory video. It's got explanation there about the NCC, but if you need any further clarification of that, please let me know. So that's the way I'd go approaching it. So remember, Lands Titles Office, that's accessed via SALIS. Development Plan, accessed via Planning SA. Do the council-wide objectives first, and then your zone relevant section. And then from that, bring them together to work out exactly what is required by the council and what aspects will meet compliance, what aspects won't. So best of luck with it. And as always, if you have any queries, feel free to contact me via email. Thank you very much, and have a good week. Bye.